Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are very fine. Today I want to discuss with you a lesson from your grammar book, that is sentences, or you can say the sentence also. So first of all I want to tell you what a sentence is. You see here, a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense, means makes a complete meaning. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, question mark, or an exclamation mark. So it begins with a capital letter. First of all, it must begin with a capital letter. It must end with a full stop. If not a full stop, with a question mark. If not with a question mark, with an exclamation mark. So this is just the basic of a sentence. Now I have divided in two groups. One is given named as sentences, the other is not sentences, and I have explained here in bracket. As you can see, these are not sentences. Why not sentences? Here is explained. Okay, let me explain this one by one. First one, I love to play. Here, when I say I love to play, it makes sense. First, it makes a complete sense. Number one point. Number two, it begins with a capital letter. So a sentence, this sentence begins with a capital letter also. So capital letter criteria also fulfilled. Next, it must have a full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark. So it has a full stop. So in this sense, this is a sentence because it begins with a capital letter, ends with a full stop, and it has a sense, it has a meaning. All these sentences are like this. But you see, you compare the first one with the first one here. When I say love I play too, love I play too, first letter is capital, okay, and at the last there is a full stop, that is also okay. But when I say love I play too, is it making any sense? Obviously, it is not making any sense. So, this is the reason it is not a sentence. Next, examine number 2. Robin is running. Robin is running, capital first letter, full stop, last, and it makes a sense. So, it is a sentence, as I told you. But you see this one, Robin is running. Here the first letter is not capital. If the first letter is not capital, so in the right sense, it is a wrong sentence. Number 3, she reads daily. Here it is capital, it has a full stop, it makes a sense, so it is a sentence. But here, she reads daily, here is no full stop at the end. So if there is no full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark, as you already knew it, this is not a sentence. So students, you have already learned what a sentence is and how does it begin and the 3 punctuation marks that it should come at the end. Now I am discussing kinds of sentences. There are basically 4 kinds of sentences, as you can see on the board. First one, assertive sentence. An assertive sentence tells about somebody or something. For example, Sonu is a good dancer. Here you can see this sentence is telling about Sonu. So it is an assertive sentence. Next one, the earth moves round the sun. This sentence is telling about the earth. So it is an assertive sentence. You can make a lot of assertive sentences like this describing anybody or anything. Let's come to imperative sentence now. What is imperative sentence? Imperative means order, request, command, advice, etc. Any kind of order, any kind of request, command, advice, suggestion also, these are imperative sentences. In short, imperative means when we ask someone to do something or not to do something, that is imperative. So these kind of sentences ask someone to do something or not to do something. Okay, see the examples. This one, go there at once. So when I say to someone that go there at once, means I am telling someone to go there at once. Next one, please come now. When I say please come now, I am requesting someone to come now. So this is also imperative sentence. Next, interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are basically questions. Questions, any kind of questions, like what is your name, how are you, when did you come here, this kind. Here in examples I have already mentioned, are you reading, this is a question, or how are you, this is a question. This is interrogative sentence after all. Next, exclamatory sentence. What is an exclamatory sentence? An exclamatory sentence expresses our emotions and feelings. You remember, emotions and feelings. Suppose you are happy, then we say something very happily. We are sad, then we something very sadly. For example, I see a very beautiful bird, and then if I say like this, what a beautiful bird it is, then it is exclamatory sentence. Or if I am surprised after watching a match by Kohli, Virat Kohli, that means like this, then how nicely Kohli plays, that means I am surprised, I am amazed, wondered. So this kind of sentences are called exclamatory. And after that you must know the punctuations for these sentences. Punctuations for these sentences. Assertive sentence takes full stop at the end. You remember, assertive takes full stop at the end. Imperative also takes full stop at the end. Interrogative takes question mark at the end. Exclamatory sentences takes exclamation mark at the end. And remember, exclamatory sentences basically begin with what or how and ends with, already I told you, exclamation mark. So students, you have already learned the 4 kinds of sentences, and now you are going to learn one most important thing, that is there are 2 parts in all the 4 kinds of sentences, and these 2 parts are subject and predicate. In a sentence there must be these 2 parts. Without these 2 parts it cannot be a sentence. So let's go to subject and predicate and learn what it is. Subject, first of all, basically the subject performs the action in the sentence. In a sentence, the subject does the work, performs the action, and the predicate is the remaining part containing the verb. So leaving the subject, that means subject is not, the whole other part is predicate in the sentence. Okay, see these examples here. I run every morning. This is a sentence. Now I will show you what is the subject here and what is the predicate here. Okay. I run every morning. Who runs? Who performs the action? I. So I is the subject. And the remaining part is the predicate. I is the subject and this remaining part is called predicate. S for subject, P for predicate. Next one, you can see, what are you doing now? This is the sentence. So who performs the action here? You doing means you perform the action. So you is the subject here. And doing now, what are, these are predicates. This is subject. So I hope subject and predicate concept is clear, and these 2 parts are always and obviously should be in any kinds of sentences. That is one thing. Next thing, you always note, you always remember that a subject like this, subject must agree with the verb in a sentence. Suppose the subject and verb does not match each other, does not agree with each other, then that is not a sentence. Like if I say I are a teacher, it is not a sentence because I are, subject is I, verb is are. It should not be. I am a teacher, I can say. So then it is a sentence. So I have given you some examples. This side, subject and verb agree, and these are correct sentences. And this side, subject and verb don't agree. So this side is wrong sentences, you can say. Okay, so you see, both he and I are okay. So subject is both he and I. So when there is the word both, the verb should be plural, and are is a plural verb. Are, were, have, these are plural verbs, and plural verbs are used with plural subjects. But here, both he and I am, this is wrong. Okay. Next you see B. He is playing. It is obviously he is playing. Okay, subject and verb. This is subject, this is verb. They are agreeing with each other. So this is correct. This is also correct. But he are playing. Can it be correct? No. So this is a wrong sentence. He are. It is mismatch of the subject and verb. Next one. Lisa walks daily. It is simple present tense sentence. You will learn it. Simple present tense. So Lisa walks daily. It is a correct sentence. With Lisa, the verb walks. You will learn about walks in simple present tense lesson. Okay. This is a correct sentence. But Lisa walk daily. It is a wrong sentence because with Lisa, it is not walk but walks. So it is a wrong sentence. Next, number D. Neither he nor I am with you. Suppose this is the sentence. Here, neither, if there is neither and nor, then this verb must agree with the nearest subject. So what is the nearest subject? I or he? I. So with I, generally am comes. So here I am. It is right. Next you see this one. Neither he nor I is with you. So with I, we don't use is in this sense. So it is a wrong sentence and mismatch of the subject verb agreement. Students, you should also know one thing, that this subject verb agreement is also called, in English grammar there is a term for it, and the term is concord. Concord. C-O-N-C-O-R-D. You always remember this term for your future reference. Okay. So students, now let's sum up the lesson. First of all, I will tell you a sentence needs three things. Capital letter at the beginning, as you can see the board, full stop, question mark or exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, and it must have a sense or a meaning. That is, a sentence needs these three things only. Now, you have also learned kinds of sentences. Here I have given you the kinds of sentences with an example of each. So, first of all, assertive. Assertive sentence, for example, the sun shines brightly. This is assertive. Imperative sentence, then I can give an example like please call me, please come here, etc. Next, interrogative sentence. Interrogative, what are you learning, what are you doing, what is your name, etc. And exclamatory. Exclamatory sentences like what a great idea, what a beautiful bird, as I have already told you. These are just the kinds of sentences. Next, you have learned the two most important parts in all these kinds of sentences, subject and predicate. So, subject performs the action, as I already told you. I am just repeating here. And predicate is the remaining part in the sentence. I gave you one example sentence also, you refer to that. Okay. So, this is just the basic of sentences, and besides this, a sentence must match in subject and verb agreement, which is called concord, as I told you. So this is all about the lesson sentences, and you will get your textual questions and answers in PDF. So stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.